One of the awesome things about beginning to follow Christ is when you fall in love with Him, He gives you a dream, like a dream for what He wants you to accomplish in His kingdom. And so that dream, like, it captivates you. And you are talking to Christ about it all the time as you pray and as you're thinking. And He's using all the stuff He's put in you to give you a dream to help you fulfill what He wants you to accomplish in His kingdom. But here's the dangerous thing about the dream is that it's so good, it's so right, and it's so, like, the intentions of it are just spot on. But if we're not careful, we can get so caught up in the dream that we kind of lose sight of and lose connection with the dream giver. And that's crazy because that's how the dream started, is we fell in love with the dream giver. He gives us this dream that He wants us to accomplish for His kingdom. And we get so busy and so focused on the dream, we lose sight of the dream giver. And that's like, when we do that, we get into a very vulnerable place. So when I share that with you, like, what I'm saying is, like, I've traveled that road. Like, it's not fun. It's not a place. It's not a road that you want to travel down. It's filled with pain, and the crazy thing about it is you think you would never do that. And I'm reminded of the Apostle Peter when he says, "Lord, I would never do that." And we can operate from a place of thinking we would never do something and not even realize that we've done it. And when it comes to this dream and the dream giver, it is such a fine line. There's such a fine line that we can cross that it's very difficult to recognize. And one of the reasons it's so difficult is the dream consumes us. And it is right, and the motive behind it is right. And it's not about our selfish interests. It's about the interests of the kingdom. But in losing sight of the dream giver, it's meaningless. And so we've lost sight of the original intention that Jesus gave us the dream for. It's like, hey, Jesus, I love you. I want to hang out with you. And I just can't believe it. You've forgiven me and all these things you've done in my life. And then all of a sudden, now all we're doing is talking about and working on the dream. And the dream giver is not showing up anywhere. So be careful, because that is a very thin, fine line, and it is easily crossed. And I think what I do now is, like, I keep my eyes wide open. Like, I'm always thinking about that line, and I'm staying as far away as I possibly can from it, because I know the secret to a meaningful life is being in love with the dream giver and letting Him write the dream as I walk with Him. Have a great week. Keep your eyes focused on the dream giver and stay away from that thin, fine line.